Alright guys, I'm gonna make this video very short and sweet. I'm gonna be talking about most common questions I get about my 80% frames or 80% completed, 100% frames, whatever. Just the most common comments that I see on my videos. So we're gonna talk about this. Alright, so I get a lot of people asking me, like, hey, who made this? Who's the manufacturer? Where can I find one? Okay, for this specific one, I manufactured it. Same for this P80G19. I manufactured it. So I'm the maker. I do have them serialized, but I am the one who made them. So yeah, you can make it, you can clone it, but you can't buy it like this nowhere. At least not that I've seen, because all of my parts are custom fit, and a lot of them, it's just a custom combination, so you can't really find it nowhere. Another common question that I get is, why are the 80% Glock frames now illegal, or whatever? They can't sell them with the jig and all of that, but they can still sell the 78% frames. Well, that's because the 76 whatever percent frame is a workaround to the 80%, and I'll show you what you have to do to make that one. Let me get my other G19 real quick. And this is also another common question that I get asked very frequently is, what's the difference between a P80 and a 76 percenter? So I'll show you. Okay, so a 76, 78, whatever it is, you have to file out, let me get my pointy stick, this area right here. It will be lines and bridges that you have to carve out, right? In addition, there will be where the rails go down right here, right here, right here, and right here. There will be materials like little bars that you have to file down right there as well. So it is kind of, I wouldn't say hard, more tedious than anything to file them down, but it is possible to, get them down and get them out of there with the right tools. What I've learned is using a hot cutting knife usually does the trick for these. And then for these two, they're so small, you need like a really, really small, fine Dremel tool to get in there and probably put this in a vise and then just work it slowly but surely out of there. In addition to those though, the 80% has the material here, 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 and here, and then you still have to drill your normal holes, this hole, and I believe this hole too. So and the 80%er, you also have to drill this hole, which they don't give you a thing on the jig for, which is interesting. I had to do my own, but it's possible, just take your time. And if you need help, probably go to some forums, like Reddit has some good ones. AR15.com also has a good, some good guides and stuff. But yeah, so that's on the Glock frames. I think they're doing that because the Glock frames are more common, definitely more common. And they're trying to slow the production of people making their own firearms. I don't know why they're doing that, because they already are millions in circulation, just like pistol braces. But once I think the Bruin decision goes more into effect more frequently, then I think that'll start coming down and they'll start cracking down more on the ATF, especially with Trump about to win the presidency. I think that he'll be more lenient on this stuff, and he'll see that people don't care as much about the ATF, but who knows? Only time will tell about all of that stuff. But yeah, Another question that I get very frequently is, why do I have so many different setups for my Glocks? And it's because I like a variety. I like trying different stuff to see what works. For instance, my sights, I have like 3 different sight combinations. Like this one has the built-in irons, whereas this one has the rear and front, like that. And this one has the rear sight in front of the optic. So I was just trying different stuff. You don't know what you like until you get it and you like it, in my opinion. Like, you can say, oh yeah, I want this part because everybody else likes it and everybody does this and that, and then you get it and you like, man, this is a piece of crap, I don't like it. That's why I also say train with what you got, use what you got, train with the equipment that you use and or carry. So it's pointless to have a CCW that everybody has if you never train with it, and or if it fails when you need it. So like, it's I kind of wanted to make a video about the paradox of training to see if your gear goes. If you train so much that your gear becomes unreliable, what's the point of training? So you got to find that hard medium between training and reliability, because you don't want to put 50,000 rounds and say, hey, my Glock went 50,000 rounds, but then when you go to pull the trigger, your firing pin broke because you put so many rounds. Well, I don't understand why it happened, because I put so many rounds through it. And boom, now you're on a t-shirt because you wanted to put 50,000 rounds to your Glock for no reason other than to say that it was reliable. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, another question that I get very, very frequently: why are most of the metal P80s and stuff, like the AKs, the ARs, the 1911s, the SIG P226s, the SIG P320 FCUs, why are those still available and the Glocks aren't, with the jigs and all that stuff? They say it's because that the metal ones require quote-unquote machining, and or it's a longer completion time. That's what the ATF says. Even though you can complete all of these in less than a day, I don't know. It makes no sense to me. I say that I like the metal frames more anyway, but I think they're hindering the polymer market because they're easier to produce, faster to produce, and they're selling definitely at higher numbers than the metal ones are, for sure. Because these do have to be machined. Even the 80% ones have to be machined from blocks of aluminum, whereas these are just ejection molded. Like, you can just put these in they just pour the polymer in the mold and boom, you got it, and then we do the rest of the work. So these are definitely producing faster. There's more companies making these, in my opinion. I haven't done the research on this, but it's just my opinion from what I see as the consumer. More companies are definitely making these than these, and they're making these way faster than these. But I have seen an uptick in these, especially with the custom 2011 market booming right now. So that is one thing to consider. Now, the last thing I've been seeing is people been saying like, hey, which one do you like shooting more? I would say I like shooting this platform more, but yeah, I think I'm a better shot with this, more or less. So it's hard to say. I like shooting them both, but as far as training wise, I like shooting with this one specifically and this one, because this is my current CCW, and this is a second contender currently. Just this red dot, it's been giving me problems. I've been having to work on my trigger press and stuff because for some reason I haven't been able to hit like this like I used to. I don't know. I just need to get out and train more, I think. But anyways, guys, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. And you got some more questions about this stuff, let me know in the comments below. And peace.